clearly, this episode has been the best one. I felt like this season, the odd episodes have been the best in my opinion. Episode 1, Episode 3, and now Episode 5. 2 and 4 weren't filler, but they were like, okay, we're going to continue the story. They're not the best episodes, but we're just, pushing it along. And then boom, we get to those odd numbers, and it's cooking, man. Looking into the themes of mercy through Matt's memories that he had with Foggy in terms of helping out fucking Bullseye. What happened with Vanessa and the aftermath of that. It's just, oh my, literally. And then there's something that happens that my jaw dropped when I realized. And it involves Buck and the guy that Michael Gandolfini's character played, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. It's just, I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to be that guy. But listen, watch episode 5. My review, you know what this shit gets? 10 out of 10. This shit was peak, alright? I just liked, it was like a slow burn. I love the transitions between the past to current. I liked I just loved how low-key, even though he's insane, he's batshit insane, Bullseye was like low-key right. He's like, listen, this is on me. He's like, I don't think he balanced the scales, because Foggy was truly like a good individual, as Daredevil said to Punisher in season 1. I wish he could be, he wish he could be nearly what Foggy was. But it's like, he's trying to kind of make it even, to be fair. Vanessa gave the order to take out Foggy. Yes, he accepted it from the beginning, but, maybe that's eating him up inside, and he's like, okay, well, fuck it, now I'm gonna take her out. So, I just think it's like the dualities of things. They're making Bullseye psychotic like he's always been, but not nearly as crazy as in the comics, and more like, what if Daredevil was hyper fixated on right and wrong more so than he already is, without religion or anything like that. So like I said, this gets a 10 out of 10. This episode was fucking just, I don't know why it felt so good to me. I think it's just, like I said, it's smooth transitions from the past. You see how Fisk meets Buck and how that gets started. You see when he first meets Vanessa again, it's just all this stuff is going on, but it's like blending beautifully. And then I just can't wait for next week's episode, because that's what a show's supposed to do, is get you excited for next week's episode. So I'm very excited. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below about episode 5. I think this shit was great. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, or just follow me. This is on TikTok or whatever, and or Instagram.